Hey everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to easily beat the Tokugawa Kunimatsu boss fight in Nioh 3. This boss actually has some very deceiving hitboxes we'll be breaking down in this video. I'd also recommend looking through your inventory for any Omamori that may reduce the lightning and wind damage this boss deals, because I had one that reduced the wind damage by 45%, and it was a massive boost in here. And that lightning that you see right there that character uses, the purple lightning actually has a hitbox. It's a little misleading. It'll do an attack at the start, and then it has a bit of VFX. You can actually run into the lightning and start attacking him, and he's pretty invulnerable at that phase. Now, my recommendation here is to spam with lightning at the start. I also recommend bringing the sloth talisman, but I don't recommend using that until about half health, because we can actually burst down a lot of his health at the start here before he goes into the second phase where things get a lot more challenging. Now, I would recommend trying to get some water and fire off on him. You can get electricity as well. You want to get the confusion benefit for the extra damage, but typically the strategy I'd recommend employing is starting off at the very start of this fight is throwing poison shuriken, because you can actually get a full proc of poison off on him, which will do a considerable amount of damage, and then trying to get the fire damage off on him, and then focusing on lightning and using different soul cores to be able to apply that. Now, his attacks here, he will pull out this wind one. I'd recommend just running away from it and trying to use your ninja tools for the most part, and then just kind of focusing on playing a bit of distance to this boss. He does pull out and actually has really well telegraphed attacks. With the red flash there, you know he's going to pull out. You can counter that with your Spirit Guardian, so I'd recommend pulling that out as well, or you can do the stance swapping counter as well. He'll oftentimes buff up his weapon there, and you'll see his weapon's got the green on it, so that's why the wind buff actually helps quite a bit, reducing the amount of damage he'll be dealing to you. But consistently, we want to try and have at least one condition on him at a time, preferably two. It'd be nice just to keep the confusion up, but I would recommend having poison on him too if you can get that fully applied. It's not going to contribute to confusion, but the damage potential is the same. A lot of his wind-based attacks will actually, they're misleading in the fact that they'll follow up with another attack afterwards, especially his windy dash. This one here, I was able to get the sloth talisman off on him, and it made a massive difference, because you can see here, this is the attack that'll follow up with the second one. So whenever you see the green behind him, don't follow up behind him. You probably got hit by it once and knew that, but the trick for that one is you can actually get your evade skill to give you your ninja tools back, so you can kind of play beside it if you know the timing for the dodge. But for the most part, I would recommend staying away from the backside of him there for that. Everything else you can, since he's a humanoid, kind of abuse the backstab attacks. I use my living artifact here, not the most ideal time. Obviously, don't get hit by him if you're in this form, as it'll let you get a lot more damage in, and kind of the reason you want to use this is to do the massive amount of damage, because it does quite a bit. So you can see there, we're getting some criticals and some fire damage applied on the boss. Got his health down really low at this point, but what you just want to play defensively. Now, it's kind of a battle of attrition here. I didn't end up using really any elixirs in this fight. I was just spamming all my abilities consistently to keep the damage high. I feel like this one's a bit of a DPS check. I did this at level 103 here, but you can honestly have done this a lot sooner if you would use the heals and stuff like that, and go in and attack to get your ninja tools back. But I was able to take him out pretty easily just by using a bunch of the ranged strategies that you saw in this video. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'll also link the full build so you guys got an idea of what exactly and where to get the items. But here is the build that I had on my character. The Omamoris make a huge difference, and there's even one you get at the start of the game for lightning and wind damage. But yeah, that's the build there. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and subscribe if this is helpful.